Hey, welcome back, guys. So excited you're here. What's the easiest way to build self-confidence? So let's look at this. What is the easiest way to build self-confidence? That right there is going to be the number one thing that's going to hold you back from doing what you want to do in life, and especially if it's starting a business. If you don't have the confidence to believe in yourself, I promise you, you'll be challenged and you probably won't ever take the action you need to take in order to start that business. So let's talk about how do we build that self-confidence. It's a lot easier to do than maybe you would have ever thought. And you probably already do this, but you just don't think about it, so therefore you never take action on it. So let's build that self-confidence together. Here we go. You ready? Here we go. Number one, success stacking. I tell people all the time, think about all the things you have done in your entire life. And I want you to go all the way back to when you were a small child. And I want you to write this down. Write all these things down, because if you write this down, you're going to visually see like, holy cow, I'm a lot more successful than I thought I was. I've done a lot more great things than I ever thought I imagined I did, because you don't think about them. You don't remember. All you remember that in that moment is that, oh man, I don't feel confident. I don't feel like I have the confidence to do what I want to do. I just don't think I'm smart enough. I don't think I'm good enough. But what we do today, we're going to help you get past that barrier. Remember, you have a barrier here, this is your barrier, your confidence barrier. It's holding you here, but you need to be over here, so we're going to push through that barrier today, okay? So here we go, success stacking. Now go all the way back to when you were a small child. Think about the very first time you ever did something successful. Think about when you breathed. That was a successful venture right there. You breathed the breath of air. Success. Many people, they're born, they never get a chance to breathe. That was your first success. Think about when you swallowed your first time. Think about when you started to crawl your first time, right? I mean, write these things down, because these things may not seem like much, but I promise you they're going to change how you look at yourself. They're going to change how you imagine you're not successful. Now think about when you started walking the first time. Did you fall down? Well, of course you fell down. That's part of learning to be successful, learning to build confidence in yourself that you can do something. If you did not ever get back up and try, well, you wouldn't be confident that you could do it. So what did you do? You didn't think like an adult. You thought like a small child. You said, well, I fell down. I'm just going to get back up and do it again. I'm going to get back up and do it again. I'm going to get back up and do it again. I'm going to get back up and do it again. And you probably fell 100 times before you ever really learned to walk efficiently. And then guess what? You went from walking to just running as fast as you can. That was the biggest thing, is that confidence level is being built every single moment of every single day. And guess what's happening? You get your parents. They're standing by you. Your siblings, your grandparents. Oh my God, you're doing so good. Oh my God, you did so awesome. Think about all those things that built that self-confidence as a child. Remember this. I want you writing this stuff down, because as you write this down, we're writing down all of our successes. And then what'd you go to? Maybe you went outside, you got the ball bat out, you're winding up, and boom, you hit the ball for your first time. You were so excited. You were pumped. I mean, your whole life changed. You're like, oh my God, did you see what I just did? Your confidence changed in ways you couldn't imagine. Now you're feeling more confident. Then when they throw it again, boom, you hit it again. And then boom, you hit it again. And you're only 5 years old. And then guess what? You start riding your bicycle. Oh yeah. How many times did you fall off a bike? I fell off a bike many, many, many times. I mean, I fell off a bike so many times. Running in, my face was full of blood from where I hit, planted into the concrete. My grandparents were like, oh my God, what did you do? I'm like, I wrecked my bicycle. But I got on the bike again, and I got on the bike again. And I taught my kids the same way. I said, look, you're just going to ride. I got them in the grass in the yard. We lived on the hill. And I pushed the bicycle. I said, here, just go. And here they're going, oh my God, they're screaming, oh my God, I'm going to die. I mean, they were literally screaming. They were scared they were going to die. But they didn't die. So they just kept going, and they kept trying, and they kept doing. And eventually they had enough confidence to believe in themselves that they could do this easily and flawlessly. Now let's just keep going in life. As you go through life, write down all these things that you did well. When was the best time you got the best score on a test? You passed a grade. You graduated high school. Maybe you went to college, you graduated college. Maybe you finished your first book. Maybe you wrote a book. But the point of this is I want you to write down every single successful thing that you've ever done in your life. And if you don't know what they are, go talk to your mom. Go talk to your dad. Go talk to your brother. Go talk to your sister and say, hey, look, I'm really trying to work on building my confidence. And one of the things I learned was I need to write down all the things I've done successful in my life. And I call these anchors. We're going to anchor ourselves to these successes when we start feeling low, when we start feeling down. We're going to anchor ourselves to something that pulls us back up so that we don't keep drifting away and not do what we need to do. So when you have all this list written down, when you're down in the dumps, when you're sitting down so low, you're going to start reading, oh man, I was really successful. Holy cow, I did that. I did that. My daughter, she parachuted twice. That's a huge success. Would she do it now? Probably not. I think her life values have changed. She's like, yeah, I don't think I want to. But the point is, she had the confidence that it built into her. I can do things that are scary. So the thing is just keep pushing yourself and writing all these things down. And remember, go to your parents, go to your family, go to your friends, and just ask them, what do you think I've done that was very successful? And write all these things down. And this is going to make a huge difference for you, because now you're going to see that other people believe that you're successful. Other people believe that you're way more successful than you ever imagined. And all of a sudden, when you start hearing other people say, you're going to be like, holy cow, I am pretty successful. And your confidence goes from here to here to here. All you're doing is raising it up. You're stacking successes to raise your confidence. And that's going to make the biggest difference for you, is stack those successes. And I promise you, it works. Most people will never take the time to write them down. But I promise you, if you write them down, you read them every single day, you'll start believing in yourself like you would not even imagine. Now, we're going to add these other things into this, because these other things are going to be what pushes you to the next level of your confidence level. Remember, here's your barrier right here. Here you are right there. You're trying to go through this. You need to be here, but your confidence level is only here. We're going to push, 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 push. And what we talk about is going to get you through that barrier. It's going to get you to where you want to be. Are you ready? Here we go. Positive self-talk. Ah, yes. Remember, so this part, success stacking, pushes you to have positive self-talk. So stand up. I always say this, when you walk into a room, when you walk into anything, when you walk, period, stand up straight, roll your shoulders back, put your chest out. It gives you a feeling of power, of dominance, of confidence that you're going to, even if you need to do the Wonder Woman pose, Superwoman pose, whatever pose you want to call it, but the point is, it's going to give you a level of confidence, because you're going to change your physiology, change how your body stands, change how you are as a person, and it's all of a sudden going to give you just a different level of confidence. It's going to change how you see yourself and how you see others. So the positive self-talk is going to be like looking at yourself and like in the mirror and just stand there like this. You're so good. I'm so proud of you. You've done such a great job. When's the last time you looked at yourself and said, I have done such a great job? And you just told yourself that and just praised yourself for being extraordinary in something, or just, even if it was a small goal. When's the last time you just rewarded yourself for doing something so well? I'm not talking about the giant things. I'm talking about the little things, everyday little things. Reward yourself. Tell yourself, I am so proud of you. You've done so well. Because remember, as a small child, you had someone else telling you. Now here you are as an adult, you might not have anybody telling you. It's up to you to tell yourself. It's up to you to believe in yourself. It's up to you to build that confidence through positive self-talk. Start telling yourself great things about yourself. This is going to be the key to true confidence and true success. I promise you, it's going to change how you see yourself as a person. Because if you ever want to do anything great, you're going to need confidence. This confidence is going to have to exude from you. It's going to have to come from you from deep inside, and a belief where you can walk past anything you think of. You don't care what anybody says. You know that you can do what you want to do. That's going to make the difference. It's really going to make a huge difference for you. Okay, so here we go. You ready for this? Here it goes. Check it out. Doing what scares you, AKA taking action. The more action you take, the more confident you become. Repetition generates confidence. The more you do something, the more confident you are. So think about public speaking. People say public speaking is one of the most scary things that you'll ever do. People are more scared of it, but what are they really scared of? They're not scared of speaking because they speak every day. They've been speaking their entire life. They're not scared of talking. They're just scared of being humiliated in front of other people. They're scared of what they would perceive as doing bad in front of other people. That's what they're really scared of. So how do you build that confidence? Is you build it through taking action. And you build it through doing what scares you. Doing what scares you is going to be the key to help you build your confidence level. Do it anyway. There was a great book I read called Feel the Fear, Do It Anyway. It's tremendous. Feel the fear, walk up, and do it anyway. You can do this. It makes all the difference in the world. So remember, I talked about my daughter, jumping out of an airplane, skydiving twice. When she was probably 11 or 12, we were in Hawaii. We were going to jump off a small cliff, maybe 20 feet high cliff, and we got up to the top. The water's about 30 feet deep, and I told her, I said, look, Faith, look, once you jump, there's no turning back. We can't just jump off and then turn back and say, oh, I didn't want to do this. So make sure you want to do this, because what I was doing, I knew it was safe for her. And I wanted to make sure I could build her confidence in who she was as a person and believe she could push past certain barriers and do more than she ever imagined and ever dreamed. So we did that as a 12-year-old. She said, just hold my hand. So she grabbed my hand. And sometimes what you need is you need someone to hold your hand as you build your confidence. It's going to help you grow. We're going to get into that in a second. That's important. That's huge. But the point is, I held her hand. I said, you ready? She goes, I'm ready. And we jumped. We jumped off that cliff. Boom, we hit that water. And do you know what happened? There's all these people down in the water. We're at Black Rock in Maui, on the island of Maui. All these people were down there. They just started cheering for her, clapping and screaming and yelling. They were so excited for her. But guess what she was? She was so excited for herself that she did it. She overcame her fear, but her confidence level was raised. Then she ended up learning to surf out there in Hawaii as well. All these things that you're scared of, you can do, and your confidence will come by taking action. And sometimes it's just small actions is what you need to take in order to get you past this barrier. Remember, the barrier is here, you push a little bit here, push a little bit here, push a little bit here, push a little bit there, push a little bit there. Think about how the river carves a canyon. It's the daily doing of things that carves things out and makes things into something amazing, something beautiful. Okay, so look at that. We're talking about doing what scares you, but what are we talking about? Micro goals. Micro goals. It doesn't just have to be a giant goal, because a giant goal can take you a long time to get there. It may take you 5 years, 10 years, 20 years just to get to a certain outcome, a certain goal. But if you have micro goals, like, you see what I'm talking about? All these little things I've done with my daughter are micro goals, teaching her how to build confidence in who she is as a person. You need to set all these little small goals where you can get small wins. Success stacking is stacking all your small wins. You're putting all your small wins into one place and you're stacking. To one day you look like, damn, look at all the shit I've done. I'm pretty damn good. That's pretty damn awesome. The point is micro goals push you further past your barrier. Remember, it's the constant boom, 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 boom. And all of a sudden now you realize, holy cow, I'm pretty confident. Look at me go. Holy cow, look at how confident I am. Oh my God, look at how confident I am. That's the point. The point is just you can be so confident in yourself and who you are as a person, but you've got to take the risk and just do the small things that make the difference. The micro goals are huge. They change everything. They change the whole dynamic. So you figure out what your micro goals are. If you set those little micro and you get the little win. As soon as you get the little win, write it down. Write it down where your success stacking is. Write it down, write it down, write it down, write it down. Write it down where you can see it every single day, because I want you to start believing in yourself. Now, listen to me. This last one we're going to talk about, it's going to change everything about your level of confidence. I promise you. Enter your inner circle. I started and I underlined it twice. Those people you hang out with on a daily basis are going to influence your ability to be confident or your ability to never do what you really wanted to do in life. This is going to change everything for you, I promise you. If you do nothing but hang around people who are negative, who don't go anywhere in life, whose lives are boring, whose lives are miserable, they're just negative Nancy's, or I don't know the words for a guy. But the point is your inner circle is going to change your level of confidence as to how you see yourself, because you want to be around people who are going to challenge you in ways you could not imagine. You want to be around people who are going to make you think differently about yourself, about what you could be in your future. And if you don't do certain things, you're never going to get to those great long-term goals, because it's going to require confidence to get to those great long-term goals. It's going to require you taking action, you stepping out and being afraid, you stepping out and believing that you can do something you never thought you could do. When I started my first company in 2008, I was scared. I quit a great job, great income, started a job with zero income, zero customers, but I built it to 7 figures in 4 years. Do you realize only 5% of people ever build a company to 7 figures? Only 5% of small businesses ever go to 5 to 7 figures. The odds were always against me. Then I did it again. another 7-figure company. The 2 others at 6 figures. Then I helped others build their companies. The point is once I did one, my confidence level went here, and then it went here, and then it went there, and then it went there, and then it went there. So the point I'm trying to tell you is this, is you can do more than you probably ever thought or imagined you can do if you just take a chance on yourself. Take that risk, believe in yourself, believe that you can do more, be more, and have more, but understand it's going to require you to have some self-confidence, some belief in yourself, and just be willing to take that risk and jump. So the point of the inner circle is there are going to be people in there who's already done what you wanted to do. Or they're going to direct you to someone who's already done what you wanted to do. That's why, me as a business coach, I love to help people start businesses, because for me, the best part about it is this, is I've done what they want to do. I've stepped out in fear over here and crossed that barrier and done exactly what they want to do. And I have the tools to show them, the tools to guide them, and the resources to guide them to where they want to go. That's going to be the big factor as far as growing your self-confidence, growing who you are as a person, growing your belief in yourself, growing what everybody else thinks of you. Because at the end of the day, you're either going to be where you are or where you want to be. Understand this, the next 10 years of your life are going to go by no matter what you do. If you get to stay alive for the next 10 years, they're going to go by. So you're either going to be here where you are, or you're going to be over here where you want to be. And it's your choice. And to get to where you want to be, you're going to have some confidence. You're going to have to believe in yourself, believe you can do it. I don't care if you have all the information or not. Try. If you don't, find someone who does, and don't get stuck at the starting. More people stick right there. They get stuck at the starting line, and they never go past the starting line. They get everything ready. They're ready to go. They're in that racing stance. They're just like this, ready to go. And they stay there frozen. And they're still, they can't move. They get stuck on the starting line and they never move. You know why? Because they're so scared that what if it doesn't work? What if I don't win? What if I fall down? What's everybody else going to think? It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. What matters is this, is that you believe in yourself. You believe you can be more, do more, have more, and have the very best life ever. I have confidence in you. I believe in you. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I believe you can do it. Now go do it for yourself and believe in yourself. Build that self-confidence. My name's Eric Rios. I love helping people leave that 9-to-5 grind and help them build a 7-figure business. I thrive on helping you succeed. I know you can do it. If you need help, reach out. Send me a text, 314-591-0479. Love to hear from you. Have a great day, guys.